B-Sides on air on location at Austin City Limits 2018. We're here with Elle King. Welcome back to Texas.
Thank you.
And Austin is beautiful. We were just chatting about how cool it is right now.
Yes, it's nice. It's a nice breeze. I'm loving it.
Yes. Austin is not an unfamiliar place to you.
No.
I'm curious to know what you've been doing the past 3 days in this lovely city.
I went hiking.
Yeah?
We went to, I still don't know how to pronounce it, Pedernales Falls.
Okay.
Woo! Nailed that. Not. But yeah, it's this beautiful place, and there's like a few different trails, and like one trail we went, and it's where you go swimming. The water was very warm. I found a bunch of rocks. I have a rock.
I was about to ask about your rocks because you collect.
Oh, yeah, I do collect rocks. Hang on. I'll show you.
I want to see what kind of
I found
rocks.
some beautiful agate, which is a healing stone.
Ah, oh, I
and
need
a
that.
grounding stone. Feel that.
Wow.
It's very soft.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very smooth.
Very smooth.
Yeah.
Very smooth.
Oh.
Like my talking, you know.
Is that the type of rocks you generally try to collect? And
Well, I think that rocks just present themselves to you, and so I don't know. I'm learning a lot about them. I like to learn about what different rocks are and like what healing properties they are, because like I've just become one of those people, you know.
what kind of rocks do you have under your pillow when you sleep at night?
I don't sleep with rocks under my pillow.
What?
No, but
What type of healing is going on then?
well, no, I keep them around, but I have, you know, a lot of quartz, and I have some amethyst, like this, my bracelet's amethyst, like the purple stone.
Wow.
That's a really like clearing stone. It's good. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Now, did you have a lot of rocks around you during the recording of this new material that you have coming out?
Yeah, but like the bad kind of rocks. Yeah, no, I don't mess around with those kind of things anymore. But
Yeah.
I did have a lot of different stones around me, and I was learning a lot about it. A lot of turquoise. I love turquoise.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are beautiful.
Thank you.
You recorded the album here in Texas.
I did.
And was that on purpose, or was it just that appealing place for you? You just enjoy this?
It was actually a totally happy accident. My my lead guitarist is from Texas. He's from Denton, and so we had planned on making the record, or you know, doing some recordings at his studio. And so we did some, and then we stayed in this house, and attached to this house was a studio that I never even saw. And then we left, and we were going to try and come back and go back to his studio we recorded in, and for some reason there was like a scheduling thing. And so I was like, well, wait, that house that we stayed at, isn't there a studio there? Can't we just record there? And it was one of those happy accidents. We made most of the record there, and it was this beautiful, very spiritual experience, and I mean, I'll never forget it. I don't think I can. It's ingrained in me now. It was pretty nuts, yeah.
Usually when bands or artists take a moment to write material, they go away, like Woodstock, New York, or right, tropical places, what have you. So this was kind of a natural fit for you then,
Well,
huh?
yeah. I mean, it was like a compound, you know. There's nothing around it. We never left. I think in all the time recording, I left out of the 3 sessions that we did, I left one time, and we went to like a bar, and I was like, I want to go back. But yeah, you know, you want to get out of your comfort zone and everything that's just like, you know, your life, the things that distract you and everything. And so I'm glad I came to Texas. I feel very close to nature when I'm here.
Whenever anyone asks about Elle King in 2018, it's like they want to give you a big. I want to give you a big hug right now for everything that you went through.
Thank you.
And especially because of the catalyst for this new material. And of course, Love Stuff was also kind of a heartbreak record of sorts too. It's like, what's going on with your life? But yet your demeanor and your personality is like so joyous and free and inspiring.
Thank you.
Very relatable.
Oh.
And I just want to let you know that from me.
Thank
and
you.
of course, people I'm sure that listen to your music. So, I mean, was this just sort of like writing and therapeutic and
100%. Yeah, it was a very cathartic and therapeutic process for me, but you know, not just for me, it was also for my band too. I wasn't the only one going through life stuff, and so the fact that we had this opportunity to be there for each other and to just have this like this beautiful like outlet of self-expression, it was really magical, and it's part of the reason why I feel very light now. I'm very free, and I'm you know, I know I can look at this thing and see that a lot of these hard times are behind me, and I've got this tangible piece of like work that, you know, is like, hey, this is everything that I went through, but I got through it, and you know, the way it was, like by the end of the record, it's mainly all about love and self-love, and that's the only true way that you can find happiness, and it has to come from, you know, within you. Right. But that's easier said than done.
You also collaborated with a couple notable names.
Yeah.
First, Ben Gibbard.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then also I want to make note, Tim Pagnotta.
Yeah.
from Sugar Cult, way back
Yes,
when.
yeah.
Right? He worked with The Academic and other bands, and he also worked with Walk the Moon.
Yes.
But I'm curious, because of all that you went through, I figure, oh, you can do this on your own. What was the thought process in incorporating a couple of those guys?
Well, so I mean, the whole Ben thing came about because I know that he doesn't really do too many co-writes, and I think our managers just met and like just threw the idea out, and I think our managers just asked they asked him if he would want to write with me, and I guess he said yeah, which is so cool for me to hear that. And you know, I'm a huge fan of him, and it's just funny how it worked out because I was going through like I was, you know, really playing a lot of bass, and I was trying to make some like kind of grungy music, and that's just where my head was at. And so he came into my life at a time where I needed his input, and so he came in and really changed the shape of this song called Naturally Pretty Girls, which is another one of my favorite songs on the record. And I am over the moon about Ben. I just adore him. He's so great, and he's so cool and really fun to write with. And then Tim Pagnotta, he came through the label, and you know, the label was pretty cool about me doing my own thing, but at the same time, this is a relationship that you work with, and I happen to like my relationship with the label, so they just asked me like, hey, would you just write with him? And I was like, oh, you mean my biggest competition of 2015, 2016? Because Shut Up and Dance was the biggest competition of X's and O's. And I was like, hell no, I don't want to ride with that dude. And they were like, just meet him, please, just meet him. And I met him, and he was just the sweetest, most lovely person. And then, you know, the other person that I work with, Greg Kirsten, I was kind of coming off of a hard time, and I was really struggling with PTSD, and I couldn't leave my house. And I had tried writing with somebody who made me cry, and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to leave my comfort zone to work with people who don't care about my time and don't appreciate what I'm trying to do with my life and my music, and music means much more to me than just a job, you know. It's really like it's like how I get things off of my chest, and it's how I work through a lot of things. And so I was like, if this great guy wants to work with me, he'll come over to my house. And it was just such a dick thing of me to say. And he came to my house, he met me where I was at, and we made beautiful music, and like he was just so cool. He did like half it with like a sombrero on his head, playing drums in my living room, and I just am so grateful. And you know, the people that came into my life in this process are just wonderful, and it shows in the music, I think. So I'm really excited for everyone to hear everything.
Last time we spoke, you said Harry Nilsson, above all, is the most romantic songwriter of all time, and that would be the way to your heart. Still true? Are you at a point where I can play some Harry Nilsson for you and serenade you?
I just start kissing you.
Yeah.
Always.
I can't live if living is without you.
Yeah, see, it works.
It works.
Woo, gets me hot.
Shake the Spirit, coming out October 19th. Great to see you again.
Nice to see you.
It's Elle King. We're B-Sides on Air.